Hey, good evening. Power Book 3. This is the Power Book 3 Raising Kanan season 1 show review and season finale, episode 10. This is where This What We Do comes to an end for this season of Power Book 3, and we're doing it an hour early because we have some prior engagements tonight. And I will say that my illustrious co-host, I think we're gonna have an interesting show tonight. What's up, everyone?
What's going on, man?
Hey,
How's everything, Dwayne?
Hey, man, let's just get to it.
So, what was that, Dwayne? What
Pressing
was that
business.
phone call that you just called and said to me?
I got pressing business at 8 o'clock, and I don't need no sad stories of some little Eagle fan. That's all I'm saying.
They, Dwayne, it's always
Next
amazing.
week, not
They always,
tonight.
they always try to do a story that wants to play with your emotion. Like, come on.
Not gonna work.
The playbook runs real thin after a while. Like, we tired of the same old game plan. But anyway,
Let Keisha
how you
get right
doing,
into
Keisha?
it. Let her get it right into it.
you want me to start?
As
Absolutely,
always,
Keisha.
ladies first.
Okay. This episode was trash.
Oh, shots fired.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it was long enough. I think it had some good points within the episode. Rock's a terrible leader. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And you never expect everything to go according to plan, but it was like all over the place. Lulu coming out the hospital. I appreciated that he put her in her place. But I guess you could see that dissension between her and her brothers really going forward. Because she basically told Lulu he wasn't his own man. His stuff was hers.
Mhm.
I don't know. Sometimes I think I'd be looking for realism when you should be like it's TV. Would she have been in the building?
I think
I don't know.
the funny part about that is that, like you said, Keisha, not to cut you off, um, her planning was terrible. I mean, they still had drugs in the building.
Oh, yeah.
They should have moved all that out before they shut South Jamaica Queens down. I mean, I thought that was weird.
I kind of like how they
I didn't think
drugs.
none of her people should have been on the street.
I mean, Dwayne, I'm an ex. I'm, I'm like, I would think that would be more thought out. You would move the drugs before you decide that your son is going to shoot the cop. You would move all that, move your close people. She wouldn't even have been in the
Nobody
building.
should have been on the street except maybe Marvin to put the coat in the closet.
Keisha, you have a first statement from our illustrious Facebook chat members. Did it give you guys wanting more?
Did it really?
Did it give you wanting more of the Power Universe or the Power?
You asking me?
Both of you.
In general.
All right. Well, first of all, let me start by saying this. I'm frustrated by Can't Get Right. And if you don't know who Can't Get Right is, it's Kanan. Because he can't get nothing right, man. And I know he's young and he want to be there. He couldn't even kill the cop right. Then he falling, cutting himself all up, leaving blood at the scene. Like he left blood at the scene, y'all. Y'all do realize that, don't you? When he scraped his damn hands all on the ground. Like he can't get right. But Rock is a terrible mother, terrible sister.
It's funny you said that because
Let
Keisha
me
said that to me
finish. I'm
earlier.
not done.
Oh,
shit.
Terrible mother, terrible sister, terrible daughter, a terrible leader, a terrible lover. She's terrible. And with all that said, I still love her terrible ass.
So Keisha said that to me earlier, Dwayne, that Rock was a terrible mother as well. And she was surprised that some of the online responses was people would attack Marvin, but they wouldn't attack Rock. What do you guys think that's about?
Because people know that she was trying to keep him out the game. She was trying to do everything she could to keep him out the game. And then she realized she couldn't. So
But is she really?
Dwayne, one of the things that you said in one of
I'm
our
talking
other
about
shows, though.
people. I'm talking
No,
about people.
okay,
Talking about
Mm.
okay.
people. You ain't say me say that. So
Oh,
this
okay.
what people feel. And people feel like, well, if she knows she can't keep them out the game, she better really teach them the game to keep them safe. So that's why people are sympathetic to her. I ain't going there with you,
Shots
Katie.
fired.
You gonna stand alone on that one tonight, bro. I ain't going down that road.
Cody, that is an interesting perspective because we do hear that narrative, and if you do watch the series, and I know you do, you Rock has done everything wrong this whole season because, like Dwayne said, if anybody thinks that she was really trying to keep him away from her lifestyle, why she never sent him to away to his grandmother's?
Why you ain't send them
That would
down
have solved
south?
it simply.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
all got family
Now
down
look,
south.
now all of
She's
a
sending
sudden they
them
going.
down south now. It's
Now
too
all of a
late
sudden
to
they going to
send them
Maryland
to
now.
Maryland. Send them
Exactly.
to Maryland now.
Yeah. I mean, we all got family down south
I'm
though.
gonna
Why
ask
she
you a
ain't send them
question,
down south?
Keisha. Do you think that some people said that she was got him out the way? Do you think that she might have been so calculus that she got him out the way because she
I
was
don't
scared
think
of
she
him?
that smart. I don't think she that smart. I think she wanted Howard out the way. And the only person who he said, if you send your brothers, it's going to be an issue. So the only person who could get to him was Kanan. I think that why they're saying Marvin is such a bad father because his daughter is LGBTQ.
Mm.
And
So
he said,
let
"What?"
me let me ask you let me
And he
ask you,
said,
Keisha. You think
and he said, "What are you, a lesbian? Lesbianese?" Right?
so? You think that Keisha, because people's perspective about the LGBT community today is different than 25 years ago,
Yeah.
30 years ago, that they're looking at it with the lens from today and not looking at the lens from back then, like, yo, it
Listen,
wasn't quote unquote
totally.
acceptable by everybody.
Most people that's watching this power is failing to realize what year it was during all this. It's not 2021. It's
Yeah.
not.
And I just think that when you really view it, I mean, how many, not that it doesn't happen, but traditionally, it's the men who leave and the women who raise the kids.
Hmm.
So he's just trying to figure it out in a way.
So let me, and I'm not trying to skip around. I just want to dead the point.
I gotta turn the camera off.
Oh,
But anyway,
he's
Keisha, right?
silly already.
Keisha, let me ask you. Let me ask you a question, Keisha. What I asked you earlier. Do you think that's a possibility? What I said about that point, that now we know that Marvin's baby mother, Jukebox mother, gonna come in. Do you think that she's gonna come in and like give Juke some perspective on who Rock really is? Like, look, your father is not really a bad guy.
I think she gonna give perspective on who they all really are because I think she gonna come in and she's mad at the world. She done left her daughter. Her music career didn't pop off. The basketball player may not have popped off. So, now she got to look in the mirror like, and damn, I left my daughter. So, me knowing how sometimes women act, she probably gonna try to turn Jukebox against the whole family. But I read somewhere that Marvin and Jukebox is gonna be closer in season 2.
Yeah, Dwayne, you're muted. Your mic is still muted. I think, I think it's an interesting perspective of where they went with it. I particularly I I didn't think that they followed up episode 7, 8, 9, 10 with a banger. I don't think that was a good enough cliffhanger. I think they sold themselves short. I think that do they got me wanting more? I'm a Power Universe fan, so it's kind of good. I know they put a lot of context on the backstory. I kind
What
of
is he watching?
don't pay him no mind. I
Oh
kind
no,
of wish that
you have to.
I kind of wish that he that they would never have killed Jukebox in Power because
We discussed that earlier.
now people really like the character. Now people are going to be more endeared to the character. So I think that they could have really expanded her role a little bit.
Let me just answer Cody for 1 second. You may have misunderstood. Like, I got a nephew that takes care of his daughter. Either way you want to slice it, it's not the norm. Um, I'm not saying that women don't keep their children away from men. I'm saying typically it's not the norm that the man has the full-time job of raising not only just a child but a daughter. So it's different. And Jukebox keeps a lot of, if you watch it back from the beginning, he was like, "Hey Juke, you want to ride?" She was like, "No." She kept a lot of things from her father. So in actuality, I'm saying he's not a bad parent. He done raised his sister and brother. He done took on his daughter because he could have simply left his daughter with his sister. So I'm saying he is a good parent, but we're not giving him the benefit of the doubt. And we're making it like Rock is a great parent and she's an absolute screw up. She screwed up her niece because she sent her niece to be an informant or something. Or what did she? You know, she had
Rock is
Rock
Rock is callous, man. She's
Rock cares
callous. Like,
about Rock, and she cares about being on top. But the reason I had to mute myself, and the reason I had to go off camera for a little while, is because I just rewatched the greatest single line in the history of the Power universe. Okay?
that's the line they stole from you.
Yes, there's the greatest single line in any episode of the Power universe ever. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's when Scrap and Can't Get Right is in the car, and Marvin pulls up to get the jacket, and Can't Get Right was like, "I thought you were supposed to pick me up." He said, "Your mother got me handling something that needs two eyes and peripheral vision." And then he winked to one eye. It's the greatest line of all time. And I laughed so hard.
How many times you watched that one
Marvin
scene,
is
Dwayne?
funny.
I watched that one scene 12 times. This was the 12th time I watched it. Because as you can remember, a couple of episodes back, when they cut me off, I said, because he only got one eye, you can't have one eye in the streets. So here you go.
Marvin,
Greatest line
listen
ever.
though, think about it. Kanan, as an adult in Power, he's really funny too.
Yes, he is.
It's like he just like Marvin. Marvin
he
is funny.
Marvin,
I think the Kanan.
I
I think the
went
Kanan.
from Unique being my favorite character at the start of it towards the end of the episode. Marvin is my favorite character because he's so wonderfully flawed, but he do love his family, and he didn't know how to interact with his daughter. And this situation, finding out she is who she is, made it even worse. But I think in the long run, and I'm glad to hear Keisha say this because I didn't know this, they're going to get closer, which is good because he loves his daughter. He just don't know how.
He was terrified after that episode happened. She was still mad. She like her Aunt Rock.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question about Detective Carter. How do you think Omar Epps? Well, we know how we feel about him personally with his acting. How do you feel like his role is going to go forward? I mean, he's really serves no purpose now.
No, he serves a purpose. And here's the purpose in my mind. As we go into the next season, he going to give up Unique. He going to give up Unique because y'all got to listen to the clues.
Oh, he going to give up Unique.
When his partner said, "Why aren't we all giving blood?" the new captain was like, "Because he got a rare blood type." So the only person that's going to be able to help him is Can't Get Right. So he ain't going to send Can't Get Right away. All right? So he going to say Unique was the one, and he going to tell Rock again, "Strike two, you owe me.
And the blood.
You better get this boy to know me and help me, else I'm going out everything."
And the blood on the jacket is going to be Kanan's, and it's going to match his father.
There you go, Keish.
Yeah, I think he's going to be around for a little while, but he ain't the police force.
Dwayne, how did you feel about the Lulu scene? I kind of got upset because I think Lulu's loyalty should never be questioned. He told her that, and it's like, again,
First of all,
she looks at her brothers as disposable.
First of all, and maybe I gotta remember this is TV. Lulu ass can't walk 2 steps without breathing heavy. His ass wouldn't be all out walking around having these conversations. And his
Keisha look
lungs all
upset. Keisha look upset. Keisha look upset. You talking
fire.
about Lulu?
This man was in a fire, y'all. His lungs got all messed up. But I like Lulu, man. Hey, listen. Lulu sees what it is with his sister now. He sees it. The way
He needs to get rid of that Jessica.
Well, she got his back though.
You
She
think?
got his back, Keisha.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
Keisha,
now,
even if
an
she ain't,
opportunist.
let me finish.
she's along for the ride.
She's an opportunist.
The ends justify the means, right? She know Lulu can get famous on, which is gonna get her on. But when he was laid up in that bed, she was right there.
Keisha, how did you feel when Famous heard their
Gotta be
song on the
about the
radio?
money.
How did you
I
feel?
thought that was real.
Authentic, right?
Like, yeah.
You know, it reminded me a little bit of the 5 Heartbeats.
Streets Need a Body.
I guess it can happen, you know. But Lulu, man, he realizes it. And see, the smartest person is Juke. Because she had to let Kanan know, your mother will sell your ass down the river too. She will.
I thought that scene was very real. I thought that scene
Real
was like,
scene.
that was Kanan's moment of really like opening up your eyes to what really be going on. Because Kanan's naive, being so naive and trying to act like he down is the reason why Dwayne, his nickname Kanan, can't get right.
Jupe is very much more mature than he is. I mean, I think she a year older.
Yeah.
And women do mature faster than
Oh boy. What?
Yes,
boy.
they do. We're not gonna
Keisha, y'all get faster than we do.
Right. You know. She got her a sweet piece of patch first.
Oh boy. So I thought the episode, honestly,
I thought the episode was slow. I really was looking for more action out of the episode. I do think it's real that the cops would just be stopping everybody doing what they're doing because an officer got shot. What y'all think about the last scene? Like, what's the symbolic?
The last scene
I hated it.
The last scene was the same scene when you saw Ghost standing over at the club. It was basically symbolic of I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of my empire. Let me ask y'all a question though, because I know Dwayne said that that was the best episode in the whole Power universe a couple episodes ago.
Last episode.
I'm gonna compare something to y'all, and I want y'all to give me a comparison. Is Raising Kanan Power Book 3 Season 1? Is it the best Season 1 out of the whole Power universe?
Could be. By a small percentage.
I mean, right. The only thing I can compare to it is the original, because that's what got us hooked. But as far as, God, I really want to say something, but I can't. But as far as acting, story, bringing it all together, I think this was the best. I think this was the best acted Power universe.
You know, Dwayne,
Power Book 2 is not well acted, folks. The acting in that is pretty terrible. The basketball player, Mary J. Blige,
Drew,
badass actor,
yeah.
badass actor in Power Book 2.
Drew, Dwayne, let me ask you a question because I was a big. The original was my joint. Like I love the original, but I also in remembering the original Season 1 was very slow because they had a story to tell, and it did not pick up to what we would consider action until Season 2. That's why I wanted to compare which season.
I'm gonna say this: Power didn't become Power, in my opinion. Just me. Till Kanan really stepped on the scene. And you really found out who Kanan was. Okay? That's when Power became Power. To me. I know everybody liked Jamie and no. Power
I like Tommy and Julio.
Yeah, I know you like Tommy too.
And Julio. Don't forget
Power
Julio.
I think I kind of agree with Dwayne because season 1 of Power, the season finale was him getting out of jail. So it made people chase not, and this is where 50 Star Power brought you to the series because most people knew that he had something to do with it, and you didn't see him.
It was smart the way he played it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying though. But I think when I think about Power season 1 and Raising Kanan season 1, it might have been more episodes in this season 1 that I was like, this is a really good episode.
Yeah.
I mean, but the way Power season 1 ended was way more powerful than how this ended. Because this ended like trash. Like, Rock, you standing over all this mess, like you done created a mess. And you smoking that cigarette like you done did something. You done sent your niece to go be kicking it with police. We don't do that. You done sent your son to kill the police. Your brother locked up. Like you done created a mess.
One of the things that even when you look at the whole thing, and you know that Kanan learned from this. I kind of wish that they would have gave us the backdrop on Ghost learning, because Ghost, when you think about who he was in control of, he always had their best interests at heart. He always tried to put them in position to win.
Sometimes.
So when he stood over his throne, it was more of like, I don't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. I done basically got out the game and got into this club thing. And, maybe this is my transition until we realize that wasn't. So with hers, what do y'all look forward to going into season 2? Like, Dwayne, what do you think Omar Dorsey's role is going to be?
I don't know. Like, I don't want to long jump on stuff like that. That's too hard to speculate. You understand what I'm saying? But I will say, man, that I'm interested to see how long Kanan gonna have to be in Baltimore, because that's where he's going, folks. He's going to Baltimore. Just connect the dots. Juke became a cop in Baltimore. All right, that's where their roots are. So he's going back there. So I want to see what happens with the Omar Epps character, because they're gonna keep him around. We already know how it's gonna play out. I want to know when Kanan gets right and becomes king. Does that happen with him being in a way in Baltimore to think about certain things for a little while?
And see, Dwayne, that's the interesting part. I think that Kanan never gets right.
And I want Symphony to stop being a simp.
Let me talk about that for 2 minutes.
Whoa.
I think she sent Symphony away because she liked him. I mean, he not no street dude, so she knew she was about to be into street stuff, so she sent him away. Now she called him because
she couldn't get in touch with Marvin.
Yeah, but I think she do trust him in some type of way. Now he got to get out of his mind that he got to protect her, or he gonna be dead too.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I like I said, I'm looking forward to understanding who Juke's mother is and the role that she played. I think that they need to get more in depth into that. I do have a feeling that Lulu might be the sacrificial body at the end, early in season 2 for some reason, because I think Lulu's too loyal. Lulu's loyalty to her is like he's not going to go against, and I get it. I get it. They want that to be a glimpse of authentic loyalty, I guess. But she really don't want Lulu to leave. Like, he got other stuff that he could be having going on with the music, and it's like, what's her end game? You know what I mean? Like, what's the end game? And I want to see how this. Go ahead.
I think she has an end game.
What?
And I think because remember she told Symphony her end game, but in her mind, she not strong enough to do it without her brothers. So she gonna make them sit around with her until she ready to leave out, which is not fair.
Dwayne, what you think?
You caught me off guard. I'm sorry.
I know.
Because you was all into that show.
I said, what do you think Rock's end game is?
She wants She wants to be the queen of New York. She want to be the queen of New York. She wants to build an empire. And she wants to take care of her family. But she going about doing that, in my opinion, all wrong. She going about it all wrong, man. And she don't feel like she could trust her brothers, which is kind of odd to me that she don't feel like she could trust Lou. Like, he the one you should be able to trust, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she quit to let all the males in her life. Let's look at this. She
Wait,
quit to let all
wait.
the
Let me
males in
let
her
me
life.
pick y'all union brain. The Applebee's by me, that's Mars Avenue.
Yes.
What?
Or is that 22?
No, the Applebee's by you is Morris Avenue.
Okay.
Now,
We're in the middle of
may
a
I
show and you
continue?
talking about some damn Applebee's?
We gotta eat food.
We'll talk later. Streets gotta eat.
So,
Street
so,
streets eating, crime is up.
so my point is, if you think about Rock, she wants to take care of the family. She wants to be the queen of New York, but she also wants the males in her life to know y'all can't do none of this without me. Y'all fuck ups. Excuse my language, algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all mess ups. So without me, Lulu, without me, there is no record label. As a matter of fact, that's my record label. Because the money you using is my money. So she an ego tripper, man. She a little power.
Sometimes, sometimes women in power, they feel like they gotta be like that to be respected.
I don't disagree.
It takes you a long time to kind of roll with, and use your attributes to get people to listen to you. It ain't always easy. It's hard out here for a pimp.
I don't disagree with you.
So my rating, I'm giving it a 6.
For the season or for the episode?
I'm giving it a 6 for the season, and the season I'm gonna give it a 6 for the episode, and I'm gonna give it honestly a 7 for the season.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving it a 6.5 for the season.
Okay.
What's the episode, Keisha?
5.75.
Oh boy. Dwayne?
I didn't leave like I could watch this again. Like, if it should have ended with the last episode.
I'm gonna give this episode a solid 6.5. And I'm gonna give the season an 8.88. I enjoyed the season. There was a couple of dud episodes in there. But for the most part, this season kept me intrigued. It kept me wanting to see the next episode, especially 7, 8, and 9. I think they blew those episodes. I think those 3 episodes out of the 10 alone is why I'm giving it an 8.88.
It was way better than Power Book 2.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, man. And Power Book 2 comes in November, right? And I'm gonna watch it, but I'm more excited about what's gonna happen with this book. I'm also excited about Force, which comes out in early 2022. The Tommy one is the thing that intrigues me the most about the Power universe, because I want to see how Tommy can take a whole series.
Now,
series being just Tommy.
Before we get into what we're going to review next on our next review show, which should be October 18th, would probably be our next review show. That's after the first episode. We're going to review Hightown. Keisha, you need to watch it. You need to watch the first season. And Keisha, based off of the previews that me and Dwayne seen, I think Dwayne and myself are more excited for seeing season two than we were for season 1. So make sure that you watch it, Keisha. But look, I'm gonna ask about the Power Universe, because Keisha, you said something to me earlier about BMF, and we were just know that doesn't have anything to do with it, but that's 50's handprint. about his casting. Dwayne, you had brought up something about Power Book 4 and how Joseph, when they were filming for it, what did they do? Where they filmed it at, and what did they do? Who was all in the crew?
They filmed Power Book 4 is going to be on location in Chicago. So they've used all the actors and actresses from Chicago. So if you watch The Shy, if you watch any of the Chicago series on NBC, you're going to see a lot of the same actors and actresses who don't have lead roles in those shows, but you're going to be like, hey, I saw this person somewhere before. Where did I see
I
this
think
person?
Joseph is from Chicago.
He is.
Which is good, right? Because, when it first happened and you first hear about it, my assumption was that he was going to go to LA. So it was interesting that he went to Chicago.
And
I look
Keisha,
forward to that.
Keisha, I know you had wanted to say something about in regards to what he did with Big Meech's son.
I thought we wasn't talking about that
Yeah,
other stuff.
I feel like
Only because it's a 50 Cent
wait.
thing. I think that most people don't know what he
I
does.
think he sent Little Meech to acting class for 2 years so he could play his father.
Yeah, but
I thought that's
No, we're not reviewing it, Dwayne. We're just
we're
talking
just talking in general.
about what he does with his shows.
all right, because that crapped on every episode of Power Book 3, Power Book 2, and Power itself. Okay? That's all I'm going to say because we're reviewing.
I'm just saying sometimes that 50 don't get enough credit because Ice Cube and NWA didn't do that with Eazy-E's son. They didn't send him. He took Meech's son and put him in acting school for 2 years to prepare him for this role. So I thought that was pretty phenomenal.
You think I'm gonna ask you guys a question? You think that because in his shows he do keep people employed. You think that he doesn't get enough credit for that, like what they do and how they get local filmmakers and stuff?
No. 50 got in his bag on this one, man. You tell me.
No,
I just want to finish because you're talking about putting other people on, giving people opportunity. No, BMF is people you have seen before. These are seasoned actors and actresses. The Wood brothers, okay? The young man that plays Terry, who was an All-American, okay? The one that's in the crew, Kato is, I think her name is. She was young Cookie Lyons in Empire. So these is all people you've seen before. He got strong actors and actresses in this series, and this is the first time 50 has really, really done that. I know he had Lorenz Tate. I know he got, Omar Epps, but I'm talking about a collective of people.
I don't agree with that. I feel like he gives because the one that played Sean's mother, she's the director.
Tasha Smith
of BMF. Power had a lot of stars in it. They just might have killed them off.
Yeah, but
I think they do a good job with casting. Now, I don't like the cousin in Power Book 2. I don't like Lala. But Lala's in everything because she in BMF. I don't think that role. I think Mary J is a decent actress. I don't think that role fits her. But I do think he keeps his people employed, which I appreciate that too.
You got to think about it. You got Russell Hornsby in this. You got Stephen Inwood Harris in this. You got Michael Brown in this. Okay? You got the boy, his name Da Vinci or whatever his name is, the actor that was an All-American. You got him in this. Okay, like I said, you got the girl that played Young Cookie. And it's a lot.
What else she been in this outside of Young Cookie? All I'm saying is
she was in some old little other stuff, little extra.
I think he rotates. I think that if you're good to 50, 50 is good to you. And I don't think you see a lot of that in this industry, in that industry.
Okay.
Latari was a horrible actress. I thought Tasha was horrible in Power, but
Any final thoughts?
Listen, they hit me. They hit it out the park with me when they got both Harris brothers. And I love the Stephen
Um,
Harris. I love the Stephen
I look
Harris
forward to
because
reviewing with you guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't want Unique to be in jail, so we're gonna see how this plays
but
out.
I'm gonna just tell you, man, we're letting our public down, and I'm gonna let y'all know that. I respect the decision, but our real followers looking for us to review BMF. And
Okay, we'll talk offline.
I think we letting them down, but that's okay. We're gonna go with Hightown. I rock
Can we
with the team. I
can we
rock with
talk
the team.
offline?
Sure.
Okay.
My final thoughts is rest easy to the elder Melvin Van Peebles, because if you know anything about content creating and trying to establish your own lane, Melvin Van Peebles was a pioneer for Black Americans with independent film and trying to be opposite of what Hollywood has to offer. So
Woo, my thought.
rest easy with the ancestor. Learned a lot from him, and the reason why I mentioned it during this review is because Mario Van Peebles is his hands is part of the Power Book 3 universe, so I have to give his father the respect that he deserves. With that, we look forward to reviewing our next review show, which should be October 18th. And y'all take care, stay blessed, and stay
Have a
well.
good night.